The objective of the ARC initiative is very simply to develop the theory, processes, methodologies, and the algorithms in order to create a cyber-resilient environment. But not only create a cyber-resilient environment, create it in such a way that we actually move the advantage that the attacker has today, neutralize that, and in best case, actually move that advantage from the attacker to the defender.
So the approach we're taking is a multidisciplinary, multi-science approach. We are starting with a theoretical foundation for what these complex systems are like. On top of that, we're building individual technologies that we think are going to give value in terms of how you respond to an adversary's actions to make systems more resilient. The truth is, you don't always know where the adversary is and what they're after. So what we're focusing on is what we can sense inside the system and using that as a key to respond and react. When you put all those things together, what we get is a loop that should be able to sense what's going on, process that information, recommend to a human what sort of response to take at a high level, and hopefully automate some of those responses that could be automated. So there are several things that we built within the initiative that are already being used. One of the tools that we have is focused on understanding the dependencies between different processes, where processes are parts of a cyber network that do important things. So one of the tools that we've developed focuses on understanding or discovering dependencies between some of those processes. Now, if my system were doing something that's really important for another system and nobody knew it because we didn't know about that dependency, then doing something that seems like the right thing to do could actually make your solution much worse than the problem. As we go through doing the science that we're doing for our initiative, one of the big impacts that we expect is to develop a fundamental understanding of these complex cyber systems. Up to now, people have approached them largely from an engineering point of view, which has been great because it has enabled us to build them and make them mostly work or work great almost all the time, but without taking a moment to look back and try to understand what the scientific principles are behind them. It's very hard to make predictions about unusual situations that they haven't been engineered for or that we haven't experienced yet. The other big impact is that if we can bring a set of tools to the nation, it will let us defend critical infrastructure in a way that is more than just keeping adversaries out. Imagine a threat to some critical piece of infrastructure for the nation that succeeds in breaking something. We want that break to have as little impact on us as possible.
We wanted to make sure that everything we're doing is scientifically rigorous. So very, very much following that scientific methodology. And because of that, I think that everything we've done over the last 3 years has been well accepted within the scientific community.